Hello guys, welcome back to Tech Projects. I am back with another video and this is the day 2 of Java programming, and in this part we are going to see what is if else in Java, multiple cases of if else, some programs in if else, and at last a student attendance project in if else. So everything about if else we are going to explore in this video. So if you don't check the previous part, or we can say if you don't check the day 1, then I recommend you watch the day 1. That video is also very helpful. So now don't further delay, let's start the video and let's explore everything about if else in Java. And one more thing, if you don't subscribe our channel, then please subscribe the channel and hit the bell notification. And also you can follow my Instagram and for regular coding content, and also you can subscribe my Telegram channel if you want free courses on every programming language, internship update, webinar update, and there are lots of other things. All links provided in description. So now let's start the video. So first of all, before telling anything, let's create a new project. So as you already know how to create a project, so simply click on file, then you have to click on new and then select Java project. Now you can give any name to a project. I give if else and then click on finish. So as you already know, I explained everything. What is this? This is simply an empty folder. Then expand it, right click on src, and I have to create a class. So if you don't know why to create a class, then check out the previous video, or we can say the day 1. So I click on class and you can give any class name. I simply give here if else and then I simply click on finish. So you can see now the project is created successfully, and inside this, if I want to do coding, first of all I have to create a main method, because I have to write all code inside our main method. So simply type a public static void main, inside this string 2 braces and args, and then take 2 curly braces. So this is done. Now before typing anything about if else in Java, first of all we have to understand why we need to use if else. So in some cases, like you are doing a programming, so in some cases if you don't know what is going to actually happen inside the program, but you want to perform certain things if something happen. So let us suppose you have simply an integer, you don't know, let us suppose you simply have an integer and you want user input a value and you want to store that value inside that integer. So now you create a program. If the integer value is greater than 10, then you want to perform some condition, and if the value less than 10, then you want to perform some different condition. So if else is only used whenever you don't know what you want to do, or we can say whenever you don't know what is the output or what is the feedback coming from user, but you want to perform certain thing if something certain happen. So on that case we have to use if else. So hope you understand why we need to use if else, and if else is the most important concept of every programming language, not only in Java. So let's create an example and let's see how to create an program with if else. So let us suppose simply I declare a variable int a equal 5, and then I simply type here semicolon. You can see I take a variable integer type of a, and then I store inside this 5. So let us suppose I want to perform an condition. So if inside this, if you want to create a if else, then simply first have to type if. This is a pre-built keyword. Then inside double bracket you have to pass the condition whatever you want. So let us suppose I simply type here a equal 5, and then inside 2 curly braces I simply want if this is 5, then system.out.println, I simply type here this code run, then semicolon. Now I press on run button to show you something, then I will explain more thing. So you can see I get the output this code run. So what it mean? You can see I store the 5 value inside the integer, and then I simply run a condition only for if. I don't use any else here. So if a equal 5, then I want to perform this thing only, otherwise I don't want to perform anything. So this kind of circumstances also happen inside your project, so you have to take care of everything, how to use only if and how to use also if with else. So this is just a program how to use only if. So you can see if I type here if a equal 5, then I have to print this code run. So this is fine. Now let us suppose by default I store the integer value 10. So now if I run this program, I am not going to getting any output because I don't use any else here. So you can see the program runs successfully, but it doesn't show anything because I have to show the output only if a equal 5. Now let us suppose I want to perform something if condition doesn't match. So you can see here if condition doesn't match, so I want to perform some other condition. So I simply type here take an else. So if you want to use with else with if else, so you have to type simply else below this if. So I simply type here else, and you can't use else without if. Be remember this thing, you can use if but you can't use else without if. Be remember this thing. So inside this I simply pass here system.out.println, and inside this I am in else part. So this is fine. Now I press on run button. So you can see, click on OK, and this code run, and you can see I getting the output I am in else part. So what is the use cases of when to use if and else? Let us suppose you want to do a online transaction. So if online transaction getting successful, then you can simply deduct the balance from user account, and if it not happen successful, then you can perform any other condition like don't deduct the balance, and you can display as toast, or you can display any message. It is your choice. So this is the use cases of if else. Whenever you don't know what is going to happen, then you can simply use if else. If this is condition, then you can perform this code, and otherwise you can perform this code. Now you can use multiple if else, and you can also use if else with strings. Not only with integer, you can also use if else with string. So I will show you how to use if else with string. So simply, first of all, I have to declare an variable, string type variable. So I simply type here string, then I simply type here ch, and by default what I store inside this Brijesh, then semicolon. Now this is declared successful. Now if I want to use if else with string, so I simply have to type if ch equal, then in double quotes I have to pass any string. So I can't compare integer with string. Be remember this thing, you can't compare integer with string. If you try to compare like if a equal Brijesh, then it is not going to work and it is going to show error. So be remember this thing, you can compare integer with integer, you can compare with Brijesh string with string. So you have to always use same data types. So hope you understand. So now I simply type here message Brijesh. If ch contain Brijesh, then I have to simply perform the code. So I simply give a message here system.out.println, and inside this I simply pass the message my name is Brijesh. So if this is this code run, then I am going to get this output. So I simply type here Brijesh. So you can see I get the output my name is Brijesh. So you can see now this condition works successfully. So let us suppose if I give here small b, but inside if I pass capital B, so what it is going to show. So let us suppose I press on the button. So you can see it doesn't show anything because I don't use any else part here. I simply use only if, but I don't use any else. So if it is equal to Brijesh, then it is going to work, otherwise it going to show blank because I don't take any else for this if. So simply I take here else, and then I simply display a message system.out.println, and inside this I simply type here my name is not Brijesh. So it means I am in else part. So I press on run button. So you can see I am in else part, my name is not Brijesh. So this is work fine. So this is the first case of how to use if else with integer and how to use if else with string. Now one more thing I want to tell you, you can also compare the string using an inbuilt function. So if you type here ch dot equals, because ch is type of string, so when you type ch dot, it automatically show this equals, and inside this you can type any string. So you can type this, I simply type here again Brijesh, and then I press on run button. I am going to getting the output my name is not Brijesh, and you can see it is work fine. So you can use double equal, and you can type manually dot equals. So it is your choice. So I hope you understand how to work with if else. Now let's see multiple if else, or we can say nested if else in Java. So for multiple if else, I am going to create a program to calculate the greater of 3 numbers. So this is very helpful, and this is most common program for beginner. So for taking any input from user, first of all I have to declare a scanner class object, and as you already know I explained everything in previous video. So I simply type here scanner, then any object name, sc, then new, then again scanner, then 2 braces, and inside this I have to pass the function of this class system.in, then semicolon. So now I successfully use this scanner class, but it show error because I don't import the scanner class. So take your cursor here and simply click on import scanner. So now it successfully import the scanner class and error is gone. So now for making a program of find the greater between 3 numbers, so I simply declare 3 variable of integer type. So I simply type here a1, a2, a3, then semicolon. Now one more thing I want to tell you how to write a comment in Java. So simply you have to take 2 slashes here, and this is the program to calculate greater between 3 numbers. So hope you understand. Now let's take the number from user. So simply I type here system.out.println, and then I simply type here message enter first number, then semicolon. Now I want to store first number inside a1. So a1 equal sc dot next int, then inside now semicolon. Now I again pass a statement of system.out.println, enter second number, then semicolon. Now I have to store second number inside a2 equal sc dot next int, then semicolon. Now system.out.println, and inside this third number, enter third number, then semicolon. Now I want to store this number inside a3 equal sc dot next int. So one more thing before writing the if else logic, you can see here I have only single if and single else. So let us suppose I want to create more and more condition. So we have to explore how to create more and more conditions. So for this we have to use else if, else if, and otherwise we have also else. So hope you understand. So let's see how to create if, else if, and then else. So this is first condition. So I want to find the greater of 3 number between greater of 3 number. So I simply type here if a1 greater than a2, and also and I use simply here and operator, and a1 greater than a3. So what it mean? a1 is also greater than from a2, and also a1 is also greater than from a3. Then it mean a is greater. So I simply give a message here system.out.println, and inside this I simply pass message here a1 is greater, then semicolon. Now simply copy this line because I have to type it again and again. Now if a1 is greater than from a2, and also if a1 is greater than from a3, then I simply do this. Now I have to simply use again condition for a2 also. So if else, so for this you have to simply type here else, then again if, then 2 curly braces, and inside this you can pass any condition whatever you want. So I simply type here a2 greater than, if a2 greater than a3 and a2 greater than a1. So what it mean? a2 is also greater than from a3 and a2 is also greater from a1. So I can simply display a message a2 is greater. So I simply change the message, and otherwise I have to simply run the else code. So you can also type the a3 is greater than from a2 and a3 is greater than from a1 inside else and again if, but you can also type other code in else. So it is your choice, because I have only last condition, and if I have 2 number then I have to simply use it 3 times, if, else if, and else. If I have 4 number then I have to use it 4 times. So hope you understand how this is work. So I simply take here else, and then I simply pass the message a3 is greater, because this is our last condition, because I have only 3 number. So if first condition successfully run, this is for a1, this is for a2, and by default this is going to set for a3, because automatically one condition is going to true in this code. So now let's run this code. So before running this code, first of all I simply comment the previous code. So if you want to know how to comment the block of code, so simply take a slash then star, and now when you want to end the comment, slash star then slash. So you can see now the code is commented successfully. Now press on run button. Okay. So it show error exists in project. So first I simply proceed. So let's see what is the error. So the error is because I comment the code of scanner class also, so it is showing error. So I have to comment the code from here. So now it's fine. Now again press on run button and click on OK. So you can see it show message of enter first number. Let us suppose I enter 43, then enter second number, I enter 232, and then I enter last number 2. So you can see a2 is greater and it worked fine. Now again I press on run button. So I enter 1, then 2, then 3. So you can see a3 is greater. So this is fine. This is the first case of first program using nested if else. Now one more case is you can also perform with if else condition. Let us suppose I have 2 variable int age, and by default I store inside age 10, and then I simply take here int weight, and by default I store inside this 50. So if age greater than 10, what it mean? Then I want to again perform a condition. If weight greater than 50, then I can donate the blood. So I simply type here system.out.println, you can donate the blood. So what is this case of this if else? So when you want to check 2 conditions simultaneously but one after one. So let us suppose if my age is greater than 10, then I have to check again and condition my weight is greater than 50 or not. So if it is greater than 15, then every condition is fine, then I have to simply run that code. But if my age is fine but my weight is not fine, then I can perform an error message, you are underweight, and you can perform anything. So I simply type here else Control C, and then I simply type here you are underweight and like this type of message. Now if your age is not fine, then you can also use else for this if. So if I type here else, you can see if I type here else, then I can simply get a message of your age is not fine. So this is fine. Now if I press on run button, you can see I am going to getting the output of your age is not fine. So let's see why it is showing this output. So first of all, I have to number some 2, 3, 4. This is previous program. So your age is not fine, because by default what I store inside age 10, and it going to check if age is greater than 10, but my age is not greater than 10, so it directly come inside this else. So this is fine. So let us suppose if I press 11 here, and if I press on run button, so first I again enter the number. So you can see you are underweight, because by default what I store inside weight 50, and it is compare 50, weight is greater than 50 but weight is not greater than 50, so I am going to getting this message you are underweight. So this is fine. Now again press on run button. Before pressing on run button, I simply set the weight 55. I now press on run button. So enter any number 3, 4, 5. A2 is greater, and you can see I get the message of you can donate blood, because every condition is fine now. So this is completed with if else. Now we have to simply create a attendance project using if else. So let's see how to create this. So first of all, I simply comment the code, previous code, because I don't want to run this again and again. Now I have to start student attendance project from here. So for calculating the attendance of any student, first of all I need two data. So one data is total days, and one data is how many days the student is coming. So let's declare some variables. So in type of variables, int, then total days, I simply give the variable name td, and then coming days cd, and then I have to store result of attendance, so I simply declare a third variable at. So first simply type here system dot out dot println, and I simply give a message here, enter the total number of days, then semicolon. Now I simply declare here td equal sc dot next int. You know very well what is this. Now again type here system dot out dot println, enter the number of days of student. So it will tell the how many days student come of student, then semicolon. Now simply store that value inside our cd variable, cd equal, and I simply type here sc dot next int, and then semicolon. Now I have to calculate the attendance inside our at variable. At equal total day divided by coming day, and I have to multiply that result by 100. So I simply type this. So this is fine. Now I have to add semicolon here. Now I have to use if else condition to show the result of attendance. So I have to declare some conditions. So if attendance greater than 50, so if attendance greater than 50, then I have to perform some condition, and inside else I simply, if attendance less than 50, then I have to simply display a message of student is disqualified or student is suspended. So you can type any message, it is your choice, student is suspended. So this is fine. So if attendance is greater than 50, then student is qualified. So I simply type here student is qualified. So this is fine. Now I again going to check and condition if attendance greater than 60 but and less than 70. So less than 60. So I have to change here 50 to make it 50. So if attendance greater than 50 but less than 60, so I can again display a message of student is qualified, but I can type here message of attendance between 50 and 60, then I close this. So this is fine. Now I can copy this code, Control C copy, and then I simply paste the code again this below this. So if attendance greater than 60 and less than 70, so I can change the message attendance of student between 60 and 70. So this is fine. Now you can see I use two if here, but instead of two if here you can also use else if. So it is your choice whatever you want to do. It always going to perform only one condition, so it doesn't matter you use two if or you can use if and else if. So it is your choice. You can also use if else if. So one more thing I want to tell you, you can't use single else, but you can use else with else if with if. It is not compulsory to use always else. So hope you understand. Now below this I again take an else if condition, else if attendance greater than 70 and attendance less than 80. So I simply type here I simply type here inside this a message of copy this code, Control C copy. Then I simply type here attendance between 70 and 80. Now, and if it is greater than 50 and less than 60, then I simply perform this, and if it is greater than 60 less than 70, then I perform this, and if it is greater than 70 then less than 80, then I perform this. And at last I simply take an else condition here, else, otherwise I simply perform the message attendance is greater than 80. So now let's run this program and let's see what is the output of this program. So let us suppose I enter the total number of days 10 and I enter the coming days 8. So you can see student is qualified and the attendance is greater than 80. So the code automatically come inside this else part. So what is mean to showing why it is coming else part? First of all, I have to print the value of 80 variable. So system.out.println, then inside this attendance is, and then I can concatenate the string, then I simply display the value of 80, then semicolon. So I press on run button and you can see, and now I simply enter the total number of days like 7 and coming days 4. So attendance is 100 and student is qualified. So there is one problem inside our code. So let's see what is the problem. So I have to divide by coming day divided by total days. So I simply delete this and I simply type this code. So now I again press on run button. So total number of days is 10 and coming days, let us suppose 7. So attendance is 0, so student is suspended. So why it is showing? So let's check again the code. So problem is that it always showing 0 because I declare integer type variable. So if I declare integer type variable in Java, then I can't divide the smaller number with larger number. So if you want to divide smaller number with larger number, then I have to declare a variable of double type, not integer. So instead of int, I simply type here double. Then let's check this program whether it is working or not. So I click on OK. So I enter total number of days 10 and I enter the upcoming days of student 7. So you can see attendance is 70 and student is qualified and attendance is greater than 80. So why it is showing attendance is greater than 80? Let's see. So if attendance is greater than, so attendance is 70. So if attendance greater than 70 and less than 80, then I have to show the message of attendance between 70 and 80, but it is showing attendance is greater than 80. So this code is come inside our else part. So why it is? Because attendance is 70. So this else if only run when attendance is greater than 70 but attendance is not greater than 70, it is exact to 70, so it automatically come inside our else part. So I have to add one more condition inside this is greater than equal. So this is fine, greater than equal or less than equal. So after this everything is going to fine, greater than equal and less than equal, and also add greater than equal and less than equal. So I press on run button again. So again enter I total number of days 7 and I enter 7. So you can see attendance is 70 and student is qualified and attendance is between 60 and 70. So this is code is automatically run between 60 and 70 because I simply take here attendance greater than, because attendance is greater than 60 and also it is equal to 70. So you can remove equal from here, it is your choice. So hope you understand in this video how to use if else, multiple if else using multiple conditions. So let's again run this code one more time. So this time I enter 10 and total number of days 9. So you can see attendance is greater than 80. So this code is working fine. So you can add as many conditions, it is your choice. So this is just a demo video. I want to show how to work with if else. This is not a good attendance project, but this is just to make you familiar how to work with if else in Java, and also I explain the double concept. So hope you learn something new in this video, and if you have any query you can comment down below. I try to give the answer of every comment. Please like the video and subscribe the channel for Java series and for Android and web development projects. So thank you, see you soon in next video.